What is going on, guys? This is HDX, and I want to make this quick video to give you my quick thoughts on the reveal of the new WWE Women's Tag Team titles that they just announced last night. And I gotta say, they look amazing compared to the original rumored design that they were going to show. And thank God they didn't go for that design. Now, last month on Christmas Eve, WWE announced that they're gonna introduce the women's tag team titles by Vince McMahon dressing up as Santa Claus and then announcing them. Like, really? I mean, could you have done it in a press conference, on a YouTube live stream, or like put it how like Triple H introduced the NXT North American title, something like that to that nature? Not like in a Santa Claus suit. Like, it just comes off a little bit cheesy. Now, believe it or not, the WWE used to have the WWF Women's Tag Team titles back when it was introduced in 1983, and it was abandoned in 1989. It seems like they didn't brought that up during their history, or like they just ignored it on purpose so they can focus on the initiative, the first ever women's initiative, but I digress. So now let's focus on the tag team titles themselves, the designs. Now, on the designs themselves, they look great, and the best part is they look different. The gold and silver complements very perfectly, and the best part, like, you see like the four corners on each side, they kind of remind me of the power capsules from the Konami video game Gradius. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you look at side-by-side comparison between the power capsules and the tag team title belts based on the four corners, you can see what I mean. So that means the women's tag team champions will have their upgraded weapons to take down any opponent in every direction they come across. Actually, which will be kind of interesting, but I digress. Oh, by the way, Gradius, I love that video game. You should check it out. All video game references and jokes aside, the women's tag team titles are much better compared to the male counterparts. Which honestly, the designs from the male tag team titles kind of look uninspiring. Especially the original design when it had like the copper penny bronze. I didn't like the design, to be honest with you, and the current design with the blue, raspberry, and cherry airhead straps, because I think that's the best way to describe the current Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. Just uninspiring. Compared to the NXT tag team titles, they look absolutely gorgeous, as well as the NXT UK tag team titles. I mean, those are the type of championship belts that I want to get my hands on, but I digress. Now, I love the designs of the new women's tag team titles. I just didn't like the way how they introduced them by a moment of bliss segment. Like, really? Like, come on! Why don't you could do it at a press conference or something? Like, in a moment of bliss, a talk show segment that nobody cares, and there's like Paul Heyman. Like, you think is that gonna make it any better? I mean, like, seriously, like, who really asked for like, I wanted a moment of bliss segment where they can introduce tag team titles, the women's tag team titles? Like, absolutely nobody. And Paul Heyman, you're better than that. Like, jeez. But at least there was one silver lining that got me entertained from a segment that I have showed so much apathy towards. When one half of Heavy Machinery, Otis Dojovic, came out of nowhere and just went crazy in a funny way. I freaking love Heavy Machinery, and why the hell they have to take him off from NXT? Especially that early. I mean, it's beyond me. And also the other silver lining, the women's tag team championships are going to be determined at the Elimination Chamber when there's 3 tag teams, women's tag teams, 3 from each from Raw and 3 from SmackDown, are going to be decided within the confines of the Elimination Chamber next month. And I kind of like that. I like how they're building up. So all that aside, give this video a thumbs up, like, and definitely subscribe. This is HDX signing out. Have a good one. You better book it right, damn it.